Okay. Shayna, Liz, how are you guys doing this evening?
Hey, we're
I'm
doing
pretty good.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
How are
so
So
cool. It
you?
was like now recording.
it's a weird thing. You have to get used to it. In the beginning, I would always mention that, and it just felt like the CIA was watching. But yeah, as you do it, you start trying to figure out how do you want to place it, because there was a period where I would have the bot already running when people came on, and then I would have to explain to them, oh, the bot's going, and give them the whole conversation. Oh, do I need to take this out? So yeah.
It's Craig.
Oh my god. Craig.
Craig is the bot.
Who's Craig? Craig is the
This is
CIA. It's okay.
this is not an ad.
Not Craig.
Not
um,
sponsored.
but I want to first start off by saying thank you for coming and being a part of Oakcliff Beach. Secondly, I've really enjoyed listening to your show and watching you guys bounce your energy back and forth. And then just the concept matter, it's just hilarious. Yeah, some things will start off, oh, this person wanted to meet this person and take them out on a date. Now they're stumping their face in. And so yeah, oh, please let the audience know who you are, and I guess since I don't want you guys to talk at the same time, Liz, please give an introduction for yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Liz and we are You Should Have Ghosted. I'm single and online dating. um, so I started like going on Tinder and sending Shayna like endless screenshots of just creepy ass people on Tinder, and she was just like, "Oh, I wonder if there's any like, online dating murders." So we were looking into it because we're fucking weird. Wait, can I swear on this?
Yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so we're just weirdos, and then we were just like, wow, there's not a podcast about this, so we should fucking do it. So here we are.
Here we are.
Shayna, your turn.
My name is Shayna of You Should Have Ghosted, and I am not single, but I did meet my husband online. So I like to think that I got very lucky in my online dating adventures and I never met any killers or scary, creepy people. Um, yeah, but Liz and I
Living
are
alone.
both lovers. Yeah, true. Liz and I are both lovers of true crime podcasts, especially true crime comedy podcasts. And we happen to think that we are very funny. Personally, we think we're funny. Some people do agree. So the narcissists in us decided to start a podcast about online dating, true crime.
And mild comedy.
Indeed, it is. I so first thing, you guys have both started your conversation and your introduction with single or not single. This is not a dating app.
Isn't it though?
The world is a dating app these days.
This is true, but I'm not gonna encourage that here in this community. But
Noted.
We just like to present it that like I'm the token married friend and Liz is the token single friend. It's
I
a
didn't know
part
they
of our
did that.
brand.
I
It's
didn't
a
know they
part of our
did that
brand.
with married people. I didn't know that they make those the
Yeah.
token
Yeah.
married
I'm the
friends.
married old lady friend. So it's a part of my identity now, you know?
Well,
So I get to impart my wisdom.
with that being said, because I'm pretty sure that you guys might have different answers for this. Do you believe in true love from online dating?
No.
No.
But how can you say that when you met your husband?
I met my husband online, but I don't believe in true love at all.
Okay.
I think true love is something that overly romanticizes the idea of a relationship and it kind of ignores the fact that relationships are work and you got to
Yep.
keep trying to make it work. And I don't believe in true love at all, but I do believe in finding love on online dating. But true love, no. Soulmates, no. Liz and I have already decided that we are each other's soulmate, but romantic soulmates just aren't necessarily a thing. And I like to work on my marriage and, keep getting to know each other and develop the nuances. That was a really
You saying that
long-winded
we're
way of
not romantic
explaining myself.
soulmates?
Oh, awkward.
Wow.
There
I'm
goes my
so
whole spiel.
offended.
Well, I'm glad that your take on it is honestly what I feel the identity of what a relationship is. It is work. It is
Oh
definitely
yeah.
work. And that's why it's crazy that so many people rush to online dating. I have friends who are on it and they always tell me these bad experiences, and not even on the level that you guys talk about with the serial killer, but just the whole, it's a weird environment. You meet the guy who's telling you up front that he's interested in you for this thing, and next thing you know, he's not really interested in that. He's only there for maybe just a hit and a bang, and it's like you could do that at just going to a bar. Why waste your time online for that? And my favorite thing, because I watched Insecure. Well, I kind of
Yes.
watched Insecure, and there was an episode where Issa was meeting somebody online. It was hilarious. The guy was like, "Ew, that's your voice, and your hair doesn't look like your profile picture." And he just made this big ass scene, and just
Mhm.
like he was just seeking this perfection from all. That annoyed me, but it's hilarious because I bet that happens to so many people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
I can
definitely.
attest to that personally. In 2017, I went on probably like 100 dates, and
Oh damn.
probably less than 75% of them looked like their profile picture.
When that happens, like, do you have like a ratio in your head? Is it okay if it's more than 50%? I guess I'll rock with this, or yeah. How does the numbers go? Does if your person was supposed to be, I don't know, darkened skin color, but they turned out to be really pale, and it's a hell no, or like, oh yeah, what is your I'm turning the fuck away?
So, okay. So I don't know. I guess it really depends, for me at least, on their personality more than anything. Like, I guess that if they were just creepy in general and they didn't look like their profile picture, I would just be like, I gotta go. Like, my mom told me to be home like 3 hours ago. I was like 21 at the time.
Oh damn.
So it's a reasonable response then still, but not anymore. I'd have to be like, I gotta go feed my dogs. See you later.
Now, when say for instance a guy was trying to talk to you, what would be the ideal? Okay, because first off, this branches out two conversations, because on one side I thought about that, and it's like you're putting yourself out there with that information for that one sociopath. It's like, yes, I'm listening to this, so I can use this on somebody
Ooh.
else. But besides all that, we're gonna stick to the positive. What would it look like if a guy he was saying all the right words, and internet ding ding ding, now you're gonna actually meet with this person?
So this is a hard question, man, because like I rarely go out. I feel like it would have to be like the perfect conversation. Like you'd literally have to be like the funniest person I've ever met in order to get me out in 2020. It's really all about the humor though. I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like I could say that in like for multiple people. Right, Shayna? It's humor. Because whenever
Yeah,
I send
humor's
her
important.
bios, she's like, "Oh, that's so funny. Like, he's a husband." I'm like, but he's creepy looking.
Sometimes
Well,
people are just creepy looking.
I mean, it's true. I I remember back in, was it middle school or high school? I just remember there was a saying that women would say, not even, okay, not women in middle school or high school. Are you even a woman or a man? Anyway, point being, the girls would say, "Oh, he's a serial killer," or "Oh, he's a stalker." Like they played that game. That was a thing, and I don't know if that's just based on looks or how that necessarily goes. I think what I'm getting at, because I think I'm trying to remember, did I end up serial killer or stalker? or I don't remember. Point is, everybody looks creepy. Everybody looks creepy. Um,
I feel like in middle school, everyone looks creepy. Like guys have like those really thin mustaches, and girls kind of look like boys still. I feel like everyone just looks creepy.
And
they
I
haven't
also
found
think that
themselves out yet.
creepiness depends on who is receiving it, because if, some nerdy kid who has a rolly backpack is
Ah,
talking to some girl and following her to her locker and being creepy, that's creepy. But if it's someone who is attracted to that particular person, then it's not creepy anymore, it's romantic. So I think it's a case by
see,
case basis. I
the two
personally
the
in high
two people with the
school
roller backpacks.
I personally had a
Yeah,
crush on a kid in high school who like straight up wore a trench jacket and combat boots, and my friends would be like, he looks like a school shooter. But I was like, no, I love him. So it
So
all
I'm
depends on the
picking up Daria
individual.
vibes.
Yes. La 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 la.
Oh my god. The rolling backpacks really fucking sent me.
I know
Well, I
they're
mean,
better
but
for your
you make a good
back.
point. You make a good point, though. It's someone else was saying at one time where just half the things you do with another person when you're in love with them is creepy as hell. You'll stare at them all day. Your eyes will get real big. You'll touch them, and then like you might like. I think the worst thing you could do to any human on the planet is run up on their plate and take their food. So you're
Oh
doing that
no.
shit all day, and you're just like,
Mm.
"Hi, let me have your." Oh, you say
Hi.
that, but women do that all the time. Like, oh, I
Oh,
got
no,
this
no,
whole
no.
plate of food, and I'm gonna take your food. You know that's just true.
Oh no, I get enough. I get enough. I'm not one of those girls who's like, I'll just have a salad. No, I get enough of my own food, so I don't need to touch anybody else's. But if you touch mine, we may have problems.
Well,
Yeah,
I
big
wish there
thing.
were more
You're
women
talking to
out
the
there.
wrong people.
Well, what about you, Liz? Do you get your whole plate of food and then you can have the identical food, the same thing, and you're gonna reach over to your partner's plate and take their damn wing or fry? Like why? You have the same thing on your plate. What I don't. I'm sorry. I'm venting. I'm having a little tangent here.
Let it
Women
out. It's
of the
okay.
world, stop doing that. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I definitely do not do that because I also get enough food. I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna like if we're at a restaurant and I'm ordering food, I'm gonna order something that I'm like probably gonna take 95% of it home because I'm full. You know what I mean?
But the leftovers are also mine.
Yeah, duh. Don't fucking
Don't eat
take
my
those
leftovers.
leftovers though. No.
Mm,
Like
Sometimes
that.
I
I
eat
okay.
would count
methodically
all of
so
the
that I
grains of
have,
rice.
so that I have enough for the next meal the next day. Don't
So
don't eat something and mess that up.
I have a question for you both. I know some women do this. Do you ever go out and food dig? And what I mean by that is you'll go out on a date, not really care too much for the person, but you're out on that date so you can get a meal.
Um,
Sometimes times are tough. Sometimes you gotta stay alive and eat a meal. I'm not gonna say I did it a lot, but it's been done.
I've done that a lot. Not recently. I can afford my own meals now, but I used to do that a
Now.
lot.
Yeah.
Liz, please tell me an experience. I need an experience. I want to know where you was. I need this experience. Please break it down. Take me to the date
All right.
where you got that plate.
All right,
All
listen.
right.
So this was in probably probably like September of 2017. It was a rough year, all right? Don't judge me. So I had been talking to this dude, like I met him at my friend's party like a couple of years before. So I was just like, oh hey, it was easy to like connect with him because we had met before and everything. And to be honest, like I was like insanely out of his league. And I kind of used that to my advantage to go get some free drinks and fries at TGI Fridays. Probably 15 to 20 times.
Oh damn. Oh damn. So
Yeah.
whew, Oh man, I'm sorry for you guy out there in the world that happened to. Oh man, that's just heartbreak. No.
He
Got
wanted
some
something out of
fun
it too.
Yeah.
Well, hey, equivalent exchange. No.
An eye for an eye.
Well,
Oh, God. I don't lose
so
sleep over it. It's fine.
well, with that being said, because I take it that you're still partaking in the online dating experience.
I basically just use Tinder now to get Tinder bios for the podcast. I don't want to meet anybody because I'm really scared of COVID.
As you should be, which is I love that you're using it for your podcast. And I love that idea. That's a great way to that's a great way to do that. It's interesting and cool at the same time. It's messed up, but hey, if you put yourself out online like that, what can you expect? What can you expect?
Absolutely.
Yeah, seriously.
There are
I
worse
mean,
things
I
that could
don't like
happen to
lead
you.
anybody on. Yeah, I don't lead anybody on. My Tinder bio says just here for research. Like that's it.
So normally when a guy says I'm here for research, it does not mean exactly just that. If you're ever on Reddit and a guy says something along the lines of, "Oh, I need to look this up for research," no. It, but you know what? I know that's what you mean, but I don't know if because a guy can put that there and that's not what he means.
What does he mean?
I'm pretty sure when a guy says I'm looking something up for research, it's 9 times out of 10 that research is for a sexual quality of it, meaning that they want it
Oh,
because of yeah, some kind of get off reason or yeah, that's the reason they type research. It's a joke. It's a joke, and everybody knows
oh,
what you're doing with that research.
Oh. We just
that
talked
makes a
about it
lot of sense.
in one of our newer episodes. We talked about a guy who said he was looking for like a research assistant. Remember that?
Yeah,
Now
yes,
we know what it means.
Okay, hold on, hold
yeah.
on. Just
Oh,
because I'm
Catholic.
saying that, I don't know if that's. Remember, this world is full of nuances and different meanings. He
Yes.
could mean something totally. He could be a serial killer, and that research assistant is the person he's trying to put in the trunk.
Ooh,
But
trying to cut you open.
see,
I'm
see,
definitely
I can't
sure
keep
that
up
it
with
was
Urban Dictionary
creepy.
these days. It's too much.
I can't keep up with humans' day-to-day dictionary.
It's true. It's true. These kids and their lingo.
These kids in their
I just don't
lingo.
know anymore.
Oh my God, Shayna.
I'm fucking
Wait,
old,
wait, wait.
okay?
I think I found it. He said, I literally have it right here somewhere.
You're looking up the guy that's for the research assistant.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I got it. He said, writing my thesis on female sexuality and looking for a research assistant. It
That's
was
kind of
definitely
smooth, though.
sexual.
That's kind of smooth, though.
Ah,
It's just a little
I can
nerdy.
use it.
It's like the guy with the roller backpack. He's trying to find the other roller backpack chick. That's
Found his
pretty smooth.
confidence. He found his
Yeah,
confidence, and now he's on Tinder.
own it, own it. If you're the guy out there that likes to collect stamps, you find you a really nice chick that likes to collect stamps.
Who will lick your stamps?
There you go.
Oh,
That's what it's about. I still believe in that old saying they used to say, "Be your fucking self," and then just see what the hell happens.
Yeah, there will be someone for you.
They might be in
I
Russia, but
definitely agree with that. Like a bot?
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm so confused.
You just never know where the love of your life might be, or whatever. Never know
So
where someone you might be happy with could be.
I have this thing, and I've been noticing it as I do podcasts in the middle of the conversation, or as well. Normally, I'll have a conversation. We'll be talking about something, and I just can't help myself. I'll just instantly run to, "What if this had androids in it?" So before I get there, before I even go on that tangent, is it safe to say that you guys would say that? Oh, well, how do you feel about online dating then? What is your philosophy of online dating? What's your experiences with this? Do you suggest people even partake in it? Or what's your philosophy for online dating?
Well, as someone who is currently and probably will never again partake in online dating, I think it's cool. I met my husband in 2012, so I'm not up to like the new apps and things, but I do think that if you are honest and approach it with a good state of mind, it could be really good for you. But at the same time, don't be stupid. Don't be blinded by someone who says all the right things. Be smart, be safe, take care of yourself. Maybe open yourself up to someone you might not have considered, and you never know what you're going to find. I think overall, I think it's pretty cool. The internet's something we use every day. We have it in our hands all the time, 20 years ago, this was never possible. So you might as well, give it a try, see what happens. Don't be dumb and be safe.
I like that. Liz,
Okay. So, as someone
'cause
who's
from what I
currently
know from you,
on,
you're the radical one. And I'm just waiting. You're just like, yeah, make 5 accounts, fuck bitches, get money. No.
wow,
You're not wrong.
yeah, you're not wrong at all. So, okay, I think that right now in the current climate of America, I don't think it's a good idea to online date. Guys are getting very desperate on dating apps. Like their bios are just getting like really awkward, and I can't even use most of them because they're just like stuck and nobody will go hang out with them. But in general, yes, I think you should online date. I think it's a good experience. Like, just to meet like different kinds of people, even like to talk to a bunch of people and just like have, human connection in a world where you might not necessarily get that as much, but it's just really important to be safe and, don't die.
Easier said than
All
done.
you can
No.
do.
It is, but
I feel like when you're dating a new person and you're meeting someone new and they're saying all of the right things, I feel like it's really easy to sacrifice your own comfort and things that you always say that you won't forget about. But when you have someone saying this really like beautiful romantic stuff and you just get excited, you let your guard down. And I feel like that happens in a lot of these cases that we talk about, like you just don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say something makes me uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to be a bitch. Sometimes you have to.
Exactly.
And the right
Yes,
person isn't going to be upset about that.
Do you think that would have helped the lady in the one story where the guy wasn't taking no for an answer? I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. It was one of the reports where the guy is basically the scenario I was talking about, where the guy basically stumps the girl's face in, and he keeps going until the gurgling noises stop. And
Yo.
do you think that would have helped her?
No. That guy stalked her like 10 months later.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
And
That
it just because you could probably get that same thing if you went to the bar. You find that one guy, they seem like they're okay, they seem put together.
Oh my God.
yeah.
And
No, for real.
It's true.
you just
It's
never
true. When
know.
I
A
think
lot of
about
them do.
when I think about my early 20s and how many times I should have died, like it's a lot. It's not like I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I was fucking stupid. I was so reckless with my own safety because I was so dumb. And I'm older now and wiser, and I just hope somewhere someone listens to us and realizes like these people are crazy out here. You can't be doing that shit. You have to take care of yourself. Why was I getting into cars with random people I never met before? Like I should be dead.
That's exactly it though, because like they convince you that they're like the nice guy and that you're safe with them and all that stuff, and it's so easy to get like wrapped up in that when you're talking to someone new that you're interested in, and you forget like, hey, I've never met this person, I don't know. Like that's why I always say like background check your dates like every single time, I don't care if you have to do it 50 times a day. Like, do it. You know?
It's crazy because little backstory time. Woohoo!
Yay.
My dating online experience was never ever for like anything serious because I looked at dating online as who is really taking this shit seriously. And personally, it just from I'm pretty sure from the male perspective. Okay, I say this but I also know I have male friends who wonder if they can use the dating online to actually pursue a real relationship. But I know me. Back then, I just looked at that as like, okay, people are on here to do a couple of things. They might find a friend that they enjoy, or they're just trying to get trying to get some poo nanny, and just do what they
That's
do.
fine.
But I mean, that's how I looked at it, and I remember, like I definitely for a woman definitely needs to fact check things. But the weirdest part is people seem like they get in a rush and they really don't. They have like some things. It's like, okay, this person has a photo. This seems to have multiple photos of themselves. It's their face more than one time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they've been on here for a while. They have a conversation. Okay, I guess it's okay to reply back, and you let the conversation go. Make sure the person's not a creep right out the bat. When you're online though, it always seems like it's a lot faster to send like a tit pic or dick pic like super fast. It's like, okay, well, oh, we're here. Well, fuck it, why not? Like it's weird because it seems like everything's in this hyperdrive online, and it's like you're figuring out things a lot faster. Where it's just, yeah, I think it's like it takes the actual dating experience that you would have in real life, and it just fucking speeds it up. It speeds it up
Absolutely.
drastically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going on a tangent and doing how I feel about what it is. But
Well, I mean, I agree with you because online dating, you have, maybe not their phone number right away, but you have instant access to them. So the responses are instantaneous. So you're going back and forth for, a couple hours a day, maybe all day if you find someone you like. And instead of stuff that would normally be talked about on the first date and then the second date and then the third date, it's like, okay, in one day, I know your entire life story. I know how many
yep,
kids you want. I know how many siblings you have. And it's just like boom, 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 boom. But on the other hand, you can kind of control that pacing yourself.
yeah,
So if you don't want to send someone a picture of your boobie, you know, you can steer the direction
Singular.
into just one. You can steer the direction in a different sort of way. I personally I don't send those kind of photographs. Um, Never have, never will. But if you find someone who is looking for the same thing as you, no matter what that thing is, whether it be love or just, some friendship and companionship, or maybe just a night of fun, do it. Go for it. Just be smart.
Yeah,
now
be safe.
I want to bring you back because okay, I've listened to you guys, so I know that you guys aren't bullshitters when you talk about shit. But I just want to ask you again while you're talking about it. So, are you sure you wouldn't send that kind of picture, or it's just you're taking a firm stance because that's how things are? Like you're just being an iron skillet right now to preserve your integrity. Because I feel like
Oh, no, no,
everyone has sent
no.
that kind of photo. Everyone has done
Absolutely
it.
not. I have received them, but I have never sent one because all you need is a mole or a shadow. And then I don't trust anybody enough for that shit. I've never
Yeah.
sent my husband a picture of my boob. He can see it when he wants. Um,
Singular.
but the world's gonna think I have one boob. It's fine. I don't care. Um,
Like
I've
the chick
never,
from.
I've never sent anything like that just because I don't trust anyone. I don't. That's really a personality trait of mine, I guess. But like, I don't trust people, and I think, anyone who does share those photos, that's totally fine. Do what you got to do. But
Yeah.
I personally have had enough relationships end very poorly that I would say to myself, like, shit, I'm glad I didn't send them anything because I'd be on some kind of revenge porn website or something.
Yeah, well, Reddit has shown me everyone in the world looking those.
I am not about that. No, no, no.
But
Mm-mm.
what's funny is for me, I personally, I probably think I would be a nudist. So it's just kind of like, whatever. I always
Oh
joke with my girlfriend about that. She's like, "Why are you walking past the window?" It's like, I don't fucking care. But it's different strokes for different folks. I need to go to that nude beach though. But
totally. I hate being naked, so that could also be something,
I plead the fifth on that whole conversation. I'm just not
no,
gonna
Liz, no,
respond.
Don't
Liz.
judge.
You can't just plead the fifth. Well, yes, you can. You can plead the fifth after I knock on the door again. So no, Liz, you can't just plead the fifth.
Um,
Okay, I'll take that as a no. So
No. It's the opposite of no. I've sent many pictures, but I'm not gonna talk about it. It's fine.
okay,
I'm just
Sorry.
lame.
so when okay, here's a conversation for you. When is it okay? When is it okay for a guy to send a dick pic? How should a guy
After
send a dick
he
pic?
Okay, so yeah, there are layers to this question.
Yeah.
First of all, is the conversation going that way? Yes? Okay, proceed. Is the conversation consensual? Yes? Can proceed, Like if I mean, I've had people ask me if I wanted to see it, and if I'm like, extra curious, I'll be like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, send it over." But
Good.
like
Ask.
yeah, but some people just send them like while you're at work or something. So you open a Snapchat or something like that in front of your boss, and it's somebody like jerking off, and you're like, "Oh, okay." That's happened to me on multiple occasions, just so you know. And I don't know how I've never gotten fired in a sexual harassment lawsuit.
It's a crazy world. I will say my younger years were not as what is the word? I am not a valiant knight, but I will say I have definitely grown and learned.
Amen. You
um
gotta.
and I think that all men go through that because in an early age, I don't really think all guys have that state of I want to sit there and build a family and leave it at that. I think most guys are just like, man, I'm trying to make this money, and you know what? Hey, you look nice. Do you want to come over and play video? You don't play video games?
May I
Do
please
you
get
want
my dick wet?
Quote
yeah,
unquote.
there you go. That's how it goes. And it's just I think everybody needs to grow. Like it's crazy because when I think about online dating and I think about guys that if you don't know how to talk to people, oh man, it is probably just game over for you in that kind of setting. But I
Mhm.
remember in high school, one of the things I did in high school was talk to random girls and just always shot shots. So I could basically figure out how to talk to girls. And some guys don't do that because they never get past the catalyst of the energy of I can't talk to her because she's gonna say no. Well, you do that so you can figure it out. You can, I don't know. That might just be a me thing, but it just you figure it out. You keep doing something so you can figure it out. And to all men and women out there, you try. If you want to figure out how you talk to the person at the grocery store, which you shouldn't do, it normally goes horrible. But you want to know, you know how you figure that out. You got to do it. You got to do it more than one time to figure out if you're going to actually get the chick at the cash register's number. So why am I going on
I
tangent?
feel
Like,
that.
We have that effect on
That was
people.
a good tangent.
That was a good
Okay,
tangent.
yeah, that's also true. That was
It's
really good though,
true.
because
It's true.
I used to just talk to like random people in high school, and at like I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know, do you guys have Dunkin' Donuts in Texas?
we do.
Okay, there you go. So I was one of those people in the white polos and the brown, whatever they're called, aprons, and I would just like start up random conversations with people just to get used to talking to people because I hate talking to people. But now here I am on a random podcast, like
Talking to people.
Life's
talking
strange,
to
man. Life's
people.
strange.
Sure is.
So
But
yeah,
also,
I think
people are
that's
going to
actually
say
good
no.
advice.
You know, not everyone you're interested in is going to be interested back. You have to, prepare yourself, build your armor to bounce back after someone rejects you. And the only way to do is just keep putting yourself out there and keep putting yourself out there and keep putting yourself out there. And maybe someday someone will be like, you know what? I will go get a meal with you and I won't
Yeah.
eat any of your french fries.
Sounds like there's a demon in your house.
That's my dog. Sorry.
This is no longer Halloween, but
No, he's still a demon.
but I definitely think people, and that's why it's such a weird space for online dating to me. And I think it's because I'm old, but I don't see myself partaking in that because well, of course, I don't think I'll ever have to do that anyway again. But the point that I'm getting at, it's just it's this weird it's this weird it's like you speed things up. That's what it is. And I don't know. A lot of people are online looking for perfection. I mean, honestly, you don't need an online thing. You can get a better reaction by sliding into someone's DM randomly on Instagram. No,
I've
it's
never done
just
that.
Try.
I'm so scared.
wait. Why are you
DMs scare
scared?
me. What if they open it and then I see that they opened it and then they don't fucking respond?
We just had this conversation.
It's more of that rejection you got to prepare for. But no, I
No, no,
think
no,
I
no.
think you control the pace. I met Zach. That's my husband's name, by the way. Sorry. I met him in December. We talked for like 3 weeks and went on our first date after 3 weeks. And then we were dating for another few weeks, and then he asked me to be his girlfriend like another 3 weeks later. So it was like I think like a solid month at least before we were, officially in a relationship. And
Yeah.
then we took our time with things. We got married 6 years after we started dating. We got engaged after 4, but you know, we're poor and had to save up for our wedding. But I, I,
Woohoo!
just-
I
I
know that
really
feeling.
feel like, I really feel like, you know, I've been in those kinds of relationships where everything just moves so fast and everything's going so perfectly, you think, but you're not actually learning about the person. You're just doing what you think you're supposed to do in a relationship, and that's completely fucking wrong, and it blows up in your face. So I think it's up to you if you're mature enough to approach an online relationship and learn about each other and take your time with things. I think it's perfectly fine. But
Now,
I don't know.
I
I
agree
don't
with
know
that.
anything.
do you feel, okay, so we always say that online because it's just like right now there's this thing where we feel like we have to also show people we're morons at the same time, which is true. But
We are.
it's okay to understand that you've experienced some things, so therefore you do have a perception that is fucking valid. And I think we need to introduce that part of the conversation to this kind of thing too. And when that's what we're doing right there. But what I'm getting at is no, what I'm trying to say is no, I'm not trying to say that. I was gonna ask you a fucking question. The question that I wanted to ask you, my bad, is throughout that, did you feel like you knew yourself? Because the crazy part about when you're learning somebody else is there's also you have to have a good sense of where you are, what you need work on, and like, yeah, because it didn't like it sounded like you were already in a state where you either had yourself together at a point where you were able to let someone in,
Mhm.
or yeah, like yeah, I guess how was your self when growing with another person? Did it become a thing where you built with that other person? Like any holes you had, it became where you guys recognized when you built together. What's tell me about that?
Okay, so I actually say this a lot. If I had met my husband at any time prior to when I met him, he would not have dealt with me. I, in my late teens, early 20s, I was fucking crazy. I was a hot mess. I did not know about myself. I did not know how to be in a respectful relationship. I didn't know how to communicate. I was fucking insane. And then I moved across the country. We live in Connecticut. I moved from Connecticut to Arizona for a fucking guy. And that shit blew up in my face within like 3 weeks of me moving out there for him. Um and then I had a year of being alone on the other side of
Mm,
the country. I didn't have my family. I didn't have my friends. I had to be by myself, and I learned how to be by myself, and I learned how to be alone and be happy with that. And then I moved back to Connecticut because I was homesick and I missed my family. I moved back to Connecticut and I met Zach 3 months after that. If I hadn't met him when I did, if I had met him prior, he would have been like, no fucking way. This bitch is crazy, because he's not here for the bullshit. He's not one of these guys who's gonna put up with that shit. So I really do think you gotta know yourself. You have to know how to be alone and how to like being by yourself before you can be in a relationship with another person. I feel very strongly about that.
yeah.
And I feel very
Liz.
strongly about working through your shit. Sorry, go ahead.
N- Well, I'm gonna ask Liz, do you know yourself?
Okay, so here's the thing. I am currently on the road to knowing myself. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of who I am. Like, um, I'm not gonna. There might be something happening that I still feel like myself in. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm on the right path, so to say. I still have a
So,
long way to go because I like need to fix my whole like life situation before I do anything with anybody, and that's that.
now,
And
what
you're young.
exactly? Yeah, I was. Well, yes, I can sense the youngness within you. Um,
Not that young.
we're not. Point being, what would be what would you guys say is knowing yourself? Just what's your philosophy behind knowing yourself? What does that exactly mean?
I think knowing yourself means knowing your boundaries, knowing your red flags, knowing what you are and are not willing to put up with, knowing how to be alone with your own company and enjoy that. Um, I think there's a lot that goes into it, but ultimately it's just being happy with who you are and knowing what you are and are not willing to put up with. It's an insane amount of self-respect that you have to have. Um, and you need to be able to communicate with people. I think these are all very important things. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Oh, it makes a lot of sense to me
It's
at
just a
least.
lot of introspection, and you have to be your best friend, but you have to be able to establish healthy relationships with people. And that's not, you know, meeting someone and pretending everything's great, and a couple years down the line everything blows up in your face. But you have to know how to talk and assert yourself while also being respectful to others. It's a lot. I've worked through it all.
And that's why I want to take this time to say to Liz, I am so sorry for. I don't want you to feel discounted for your age at all, at all. I that was very foul of me to
Oh
to
no, no,
bring
no,
up
no.
your youth in this
Oh my
conversation. No,
god.
I'm just joking around. Okay.
Fucking wish I was still
I was
25. Are
gonna
you kidding
say.
me?
Listen, it sucks. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm 85. I've had
You'll always be
85
my
years
golden
worth of
girl.
life, okay? Oh my god.
Crammed in.
Just call me Blanche, okay?
Or Blanche.
I
Okay.
know where that's from.
Yeah.
Is that Diane?
It's Golden Girls.
Oh crap. Oh, I'm
Who's
thinking of
Diane?
Diane is from BoJack Horseman show.
Oh, I love BoJack
Me
Horseman.
too. Me too.
That show is the story of my life, but that's a different subject for another time. Um,
Oh yeah.
but actually, no. Okay, I just want to ask while we're on it. Does anyone else feel like that show is the story of their life? I just want to make sure that I'm not in the only boat, or if they wrote that story to kind of, in a way, reflect on everybody.
I I think we can all
I
relate to
definitely
parts of
think
it.
so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe not to that extreme, but
Oh no. So
I've never been a
so
horse or a kitten. But I can relate to the underlying themes for sure. Mental health is
a bitch, yes.
it's a bitch. It's the only appropriate word for it, really. It's a bitch.
We know. We do know.
Long story short, I I think for me when it comes to that storyline, where the part where he basically gets better and then fucks up, I learned from him fucking up to just not fuck
Mhm.
up anymore.
Oh, I'm not joking. That's the story of my fucking life.
I think that's the story of everybody's life. And
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. We're all in this mud just fucking up until we like, okay, shit. It's a hangover too many, and now I'm waking up and I'm gonna try to get to know myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
self-sabotaging because we don't think we deserve to be happy, so we just keep fucking up, and then that's your personality. Like, oops, that's BoJack.
Oh my god. Shayna. So dark.
I am BoJack. Sorry, it's
And
me. I'm BoJack.
that's what what's crazy is I really think they wrote that story to kind of be a reflection of what a lot of people are feeling today. You're either going one or two ways. You're either the cosmic nihilist or you're the I forgot what the other word was. It's still a nihilist, but it's the version that BoJack is. You're either BoJack or you're either Rick Sanchez, and nobody's really Rick Sanchez. They just really want to be Rick Sanchez.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I feel it. I definitely feel it because I just really think we're all trying to figure that shit out. And oh man, yeah, this is an ode to BoJack now. But yeah, that show's beautiful. I'm glad it got canceled, and the reason I say that is because I feel like it told the story it needed to tell, and it did need to keep going on. I love the fact that it ended, and then, it ended the way that it did to teach you something, and it was good. I don't know how the hell we got on BoJack Horseman, but we're here,
That was
so we're
you.
gonna
You brought
embrace it.
that.
That probably was me. My
Yeah,
bad.
no.
It was you, but
Oh, that's
it's
okay.
true.
Yeah, you don't want to jump
I
the
like when
shark, you know
shows
what I
can end
mean?
gracefully. Even though I might want more of them, like Schitt's Creek, they bowed out on their own. I might want more of it selfishly, but realistically, the story's been told, and you can appreciate it and rewatch it as much as you fucking want.
I've yet to see Schitt's Creek. I've heard
Oh, it's so
about it.
good.
Like
It's so
I
good.
think someone's
So
brought it up to me
good.
about 4 or 5 times. What's so good about it?
It's just very brilliantly written. It's very subtle humor. Um,
It's kind of dark
and
humor.
it's just yeah, and the characters are just so flawed, deeply, deeply flawed. But you just grow to love them. Oh, it's just
Why are
there's
we
so much
this way?
heart. I don't know. Trauma.
That's what it is. We all have problems from like the trauma.
We like
That's
watching flawed characters blossom because we truly believe that we can blossom.
the American dream.
American
Oh
dream
my
to not
god.
hate yourself anymore. But you can watch it in a nice packaged funny show so you can feel better about yourself. It's a good show though. There's a lot of heart. And they're Canadian, which is always
Like
good.
my mom, I'm just gonna use this as like an example, but my mom likes to watch My 600-Pound Life and eat pizza. So if that's any, if that's any, that's the American dream in real life.
True.
Whoa, hold! I've never. This is like a whole other kaleidoscope with this here.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a
I want to
thing though.
experience that though. I need to write that down. Watch my
You
600
gotta do
pound
it.
life and
Go
eat
get like
pizza.
a bucket of chicken and then sit your ass down and watch like 3 episodes. Oh, that's so loud. Oh my
Sirens. I'm sorry.
god. We live
Sounds like
in
my old
cities.
I
neighborhood.
live in the
No.
hood, sorry.
Hey, welcome to the party, Oakcliff Beach.
Yeah, but do
But
it.
I shall.
Like you're
Well,
eating next to them.
I feel like we've definitely went on a tangent, but who cares? Like that's what this
Oh
shit's
yeah.
for. But um, shit. Like I don't have any random questions anymore. It's what's on your noggin? What's on your noggin?
Oh, that's a loaded question. I
My
have no
brain is
idea.
literally packing peanuts right now.
Me too.
Okay.
After this past weekend, we had some.
Oh, it was a rough
we
one.
felt a lot of feelings, but we made it. We're here.
Yeah, we did. 2021, here we come, baby.
Here we come.
Oh yeah, you know what? That just went over my head because I I forgot that we were literally just we finally got this election done in a week. It's crazy because for me I've been kind of in this just weird we got shit on both sides kind of thought process
hmm
and I'm now
Yeah.
just yeah I'm in a weird just like all right it's so shitty that maybe I should just probably get into the politics game myself but
Do it. Turn Texas
Yeah.
a better color. I don't know.
And
Whatever
and
color.
then that becomes another question. Is red how like why is red not a better color? Why red or blue is a color? Why are we still picking teams? It's not blood versus Crips. We need to grow past that. I think as a nation we need to grow past that.
I agree. And I
Yeah.
try to be like, don't get me wrong. I voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, but I don't identify as a Democrat. This was just a dire circumstance, but I really do hope that this will now open up the country to other parties and more progressive candidates, and maybe the little Gen Z babies can start getting like good people in office now that we have their votes, you know. I'm not blinded to the fact that this country is very Democrat and Republican, and neither one is necessarily for us. But I feel like it's a good step. Hopefully. I hope.
I like to
Yeah.
think that as well. It seems like every election as it grows, those alternate parties get a little bit stronger and just insight from my voting process or just my voting experience. I voted for Barack Obama originally because Barack Obama was black. I say that
Hell yeah.
because the truth about it is, it's like Samuel L. Jackson said. Hell yeah, I voted for him because he was black. That's what it was. The next election that
Mhm.
came was Hillary versus Trump. I was just in turmoil, didn't know what the fuck to do, and as like my parents were like, well, we've been voting Democrat all our lives, and I'm just like,
Yep.
but it doesn't feel right, and so I
It's
twisted my
true.
arm and did that. But then this election came and I grew as a person, and I said, as a man, I feel like if there's some shit that I don't fuck with, I'm not finna do it. And so I didn't vote Biden or Trump. I sat there and I contemplated. I said, well, I like Kanye because of many reasons, but I honestly understand that Kanye isn't ready to be a president. Even if he were to try to, he needs to be on somebody's cabinet, if anything. Um,
Absolutely.
then I remembered, well, not even remembered. I knew who I stood with from the jump. Andrew Yang presented an idea that it's because as turmoil keeps going back and forth on all these things, I always think tech is probably a better answer as you move forward. So I was kind of like, Andrew Yang is seeing those ideas that other people aren't. And then if you wanted to keep things kind of normal, fucking Tulsi Gabbard. I'm like, put Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang as VP. There you go. But that's what I wrote in. That's what I fucking wrote in.
I respect that.
All
I
right.
love Andrew Yang.
I have a question. I'm not trying to get like politically argumenty. I literally don't give a fuck at all. I am
I
just
don't
curious.
either.
I've been asking every single man I know this question. Why didn't Hillary feel right? I don't give a fuck about your answer at all. I literally just want to know. You can cut this out if you want
Oh,
to.
I didn't want to vote for her either.
Okay, so
I'm just asking.
oh no, like you like so here's the thing. Like for me, the reason I don't give a fuck about this kind of shit is because I watch humans literally want to kill each other over it. Like I hate that. I hate that we divide ourselves
Yeah.
over this instead of having a real conversation about it. Like like there's something real about, hey, these old people been doing this shit for so many years and we still ain't
hmm
got nowhere. But
For real.
the my whole
Preach.
thing with activate Southern Baptist.
Seriously.
um, but
Oh my god.
when it came to Hillary, so here's the thing. There's more stuff in their backlogs and as in the other information dealing with Hillary. What I mean by that, the shady shit for the connections with her brother and I believe it's Puerto Rico. And is it Puerto Rico? They were basically funneling money from their organization they made from back when they were in president, like when they was in presidency back when Bill Clinton was there. The other thing that I have a problem with is um, everyone kind of wants you to well it's for the black people race. They always it's crazy because they kind of went on Bill Clinton's side, like, hey, Bill Clinton's cool. That's why we're voting for Clinton. Because and I make this joke in another episode. I was like, it's like Bill Clinton can play the sax, so he's cool.
Oh
So
my god.
we're gonna fuck with us. We're gonna fuck with him. And I'm just saying it, but that's kind of what I've heard from some people. Like it's crazy. They voted. They kind of want to vote for Hillary because of recognition. It was like, oh, well, we think Bill Clinton was cool, but the truth behind it too is they kind of caused some a lot of mass incarcerations when they
That's
signed
exactly.
some bills and stuff.
Yeah.
So
That's why I didn't want to vote for her. But I
Hillary
did,
had
but
a
I didn't
lot of
want to.
shady shit. Hillary had a lot of shady shit, and I kind of just went with because even further, I wanted Tulsi Gabbard is a great fucking pick. I have nothing wrong with a woman running for president. Honestly, y'all want to see a sweep? Michelle Obama and Oprah need to go ahead and hit that
Oh
up.
my god.
Sweep,
Dream.
Oh my
sweep,
god.
Dream.
sweep. You get a car. No, but
No, but for real, like I literally just wanna I only ask people that to see if they have like an actual answer. If they're just like, well, she's a woman.
Yeah,
You know.
someone told me in 2016 that I wasn't a feminist because I didn't want to vote for a man actually told me, a gay man told me that I wasn't a feminist because I didn't want to vote for Hillary. And then I started talking about her part in mass incarceration. And don't get me wrong, I understand that Joe Biden was a part of that too. I just, at this point, it was just so dire that I voted for him, even though our state's blue. But I didn't want to vote
Yeah.
for her because of that too. And I almost felt like I was being told to choose between being a woman and being black. And I didn't know what to do. And I didn't know how dangerous Trump was. I did vote for Hillary, but I didn't realize it was going to get this bad at this point. And I'm really glad he's out. Because Trump is the worst choice out of anyone ever.
Yeah.
I always tell people when it comes to the biggest problem with Trump is he doesn't know how to talk to people. And well, I personally think that if you're going to go for being a president of all these people, you need to be able to do both. You need to be able to think logically and you need to be able to address the people, not lie to them in a fucking pandemic.
Oh my
But
God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's just I don't know. It's not even I don't know. That's how I personally feel about it. You need to be able to do both. I don't see what's wrong. I can't agree with. There's a lot of people that say don't put your feelings in it. What you should do is you should just think what the policies say and go with the policies. I no. I believe you need to be able to do both, and that's where my. I'm not trying to pick a side. I'm not trying to pick a side, but that's where I've decided to land my fucking dice.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. I feel that.
I just hope that in
I
the
mean,
future.
everyone gets the.
And,
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I hope in the future we can keep, progressing in a different direction.
I agree. Everyone has the right
Backwards
to their
wasn't
own
an option
opinion.
anymore. Yeah, for sure.
No. If your opinion is suppressing human rights in any way, shape, or form, then I'm sorry, you can't be the president.
No,
Yeah.
That's that.
that's where my dice lands. I don't want. As I sat and started thinking about things, and I hate that because well, it's not even I hate that I do this. Me and my brother V's, we always like to think that if we were in old times, we would be those philosophers just walking around in the gardens all day, just talking and doing thought experiments. And I mean, that's kind of sometimes that's what I do. And the thought process from it came from, it was just like, okay, why not be radical? Because today's radical will destroy lives. And what I mean by that is, if you're really going to be radical, then if you don't like something, you're going to go out there, grab a gun, and you're going to destroy it. And if you take a more conservative mindset, I hate, I'm not trying to push any ideas or anything. I'm just stating my idea. And I feel like we should put in the work. We should put in the work and sit there and try to figure out how we can work together, how you can give a person as much health and life and freedom as possible. I like abortion. I always play around with things because people want you to pick either this or that, and I'm trying to basically make it where it's known like, hey man, we live in the Schrodinger's era. Things are both this and that nowadays. How come I can't be pro-choice, but by being pro-choice, I'm also pro-life because I decided to do something like, it's just, I don't I don't understand the whole need to be either black or white. I don't know why we can't be a part of the fucking spectrum. I don't know. I think that's an old way of thinking, and I want to help people understand that there's more.
Yeah, I
I
agree
hope
with
we can
that.
be there someday.
Yep, I agree.
I think everyone's just so set in their ways, you know?
Yeah, but how do you people feel about androids? Not
These are not the droids you're looking for.
that's there you go. I'm proud of you. I'm super proud of you. But
Oh my
I am,
God.
I don't, I've ran out of questions, but I don't necessarily like, we're just kind of just bouncing. And I don't like the fact that I feel like I was talking the most. Like, I shouldn't be
Oh no.
talking. You guys should be talking. No.
I feel like we talked a fair amount.
Oh yeah, I think that we probably talked way more. Oh
um,
God. We
but
can
no, this is,
literally just talk about anything. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
we were talking about boogers this morning, bro. Like, literally, we could talk about anything.
well, okay,
I
so
just
like, what was the
edited.
conversation about? Like, were you guys like, have you ever ate a booger? Oh, these are crusty. How it feels really good when you pull it out. Like, oh man, like it might be the most disgusting thing to people, but when you get like that, like I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Where it's like
The
you
brain
just,
boogers
yeah, you just like,
that
it's
like
so
tickles your brain.
relieving. It's so
Yeah,
relieving. Like it
those are the
feels so
best.
good. It
Those are the
feels so
best.
good.
We were talking because I just got my septum pierced like last weekend, and Liz got hers pierced like last month. And
Hmm.
so I was asking her if I would ever be able to pick my nose again because, you know, the Connecticut air is dry and cold. So I got those, like, you know, the crusty ones. So I was like, I
Oh, it's
really want to pick my
horrible.
nose, dude. And, you know, we
I
were just
was like
talking about,
literally just scratching my nose, and it literally felt like a needle shot through my brain because of this stupid fucking thing today. There was it
my
was
God.
so hard. It felt like glass was like gliding through my nose. Oh.
Oh. And before I
But
got onto this call, I was talking about poop with Zach. So
no, but wait, I
I
was
feel
just
like
about to
that.
say we were
Oh,
talking
sorry.
about poop on our last episode. Like I just had to
Which
edit like 20 minutes of talk about poop.
which is no, you know, we're not doing that here. That's what we're gonna do. Or if that's what we're talking about, because I think it's important that men know that women poop because they always want to go around believing that women just shit sunshine and
Oh,
rainbows.
no.
We need to make it normal. We the same way we need to under sexualize boobs so women can go outside and wear no shirt. We need
Yes.
to let it be
And
known that women can have brown. No, just I know I was gonna shape that
We do
into.
indeed have that doo-doo brown.
so
It's a
here's the
natural body
thing.
function.
If you want to learn about women shitting, go listen to episode 12 of You Should Have Ghosted. We talk about it for like literally 10 minutes.
Do we? I have not
Yeah, at
heard
the
this
end,
yet, so I cannot co-sign.
we're talking about how Somebody said, want to eat your ass in a bio, and then you were just like, what if I have IBS? What if I hold my fart
Oh shit.
all day?
Oh shit, indeed.
Literally.
Have you guys ever came across a person with that weird fetish? I mean, if no, fuck it, it's weird. That shit's weird.
Scat?
That shit,
Scat?
yes. Scat is
No.
weird.
Oh, no.
That
It's very
or
common.
that or the other one is okay. So once upon a time, there was a girl
Oh my.
that was into farts, and I was like, what?
Is this a bedtime story?
And you said what? This is a
Is this a
bedtime story?
bedtime story? You said once upon a time.
I mean, hey man, you know, if you shouldn't tell this to children, but you know, fuck it, we're gonna hit that. Once upon a time, there was a nightstand probably situation, and the weird part is like in those moments, you know, it's like after things are done, you're just kind of like in this weird like, okay, I'm about to go, I'm about to go, but then like if someone be like, hey, let me smell you. Wait, what? Let me. Can you got a fart? Like that was the question. Like that was the question. Like what?
Like she
No.
wanted you to Dutch oven her?
Yeah, I didn't know that's what that was called. But yeah, it was like I was like, nah, I don't, and now I gotta go.
Oh
Oh
my god.
my god. She should have, first of all, if that's her thing, she should have fed you like beans and spinach and broccoli. You would have been good to go. She wouldn't have even had to ask. But that's fucking weird.
Right? That's why like the worst, not the worst part. It's I wonder what the ratio of that shit is. Like for like not, like how many people out there? If you could send out a census, like a sex census, and just ask people what what their shit is.
I'm not joking. I literally just came across a fart fetish bio.
It's true. It's true.
I have it. It says, looking for someone who's down to fart in my face, either casual or a paid session. Don't have my
What the
face on here for obvious reasons.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys know. The way I know it's a wrap, those fucking hiccups have
They're back.
They activated.
It was the fart
Oh my
cough,
god.
okay?
So this has been fun. I am not gonna hiccup on my goddamn show. So it's been a blast. I've enjoyed this, but fuck these damn hiccups. We have to do this shit again, and fuck these damn hiccups.
I feel like I'm watching Willy Wonka.
Me too.
I'm gonna drop the bot. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions.
Bye, Craig.
Bye.
Damn, Craig.
Oh my god. Bye, Greg.